Hey, Blue Table fans, this is Future Sean. I've just played a game of War Machine with Ren, and I have to say that you are in for a treat. Follow the game. Note that we're both novices. I've only played probably 12 to 16 games of War Machine, and that with probably 5 different armies over 2 editions. So we're going to make a lot of mistakes. Try not to let that spoil your fun. For the novice or intermediate player, I'm sure there's a few things to be learned, a few insights. I definitely feel like I managed to run the Orboros army, which is definitely a finesse army, pretty well. And so I hope you enjoy the show. Hey folks, I finally got Ren up from downstairs. Hey folks, I finally got Ren up here from downstairs, and we are going to face off. Ren's made his 37-point list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he makes his army list on his phone.
I do.
He thinks he's so cool.
This app called iBook.
Me, I use this old thing called paper. Yeah. So anyway, okay, so we're going to make what's called the starting roll. The winner determines who goes first or second. So here's my roll, a 3. I'm going to lead with a 3. Oh, there's a tie. So here comes second roll.
I've got a +1 to the starting game roll.
Do you?
Yeah.
From what?
Markovich's tier list.
Rock on. Oh, a 1. Okay,
well,
so
no, I beat you with the 3.
You win. Oh, you beat me with a 3.
Well, 'cause
all
it's
right.
a 4.
Well, there you go. So, and apparently Ren is taking 3 heavy warjacks at least, and so that'll make for an interesting game because I'm taking the 4 war beasts, heavy war beasts. So it's going to be mano a mano. So anyway, so who's going to set up first? Go first, Ren.
I will set up first.
Okay, fantastic.
Actually, no, I'll let you do it first.
Oh, you rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted him to go first.
I want you to go first.
Move up and then let me get into position. All right, well, there you go. All right, so we've deployed. My deployment is really pretty simple. I've got a Warwolf, my 4 big beasties there. Kaya and Laris just behind. A Warwolf and a Warwolf going long over here. Those are solos. Ren's running
I am running
the Harkovich list, the tiered list,
the tier
all the
list.
way?
I'm up to tier 2,
Okay.
which gives me +1 to my starting game roll.
Okay,
And also I can start with Harkovich's upkeep spells and upkeep them for free on the first turn.
oh, that's fantastic.
So I've put
So what do you
Escort on
have?
Harkovich.
What does that do?
What Escort does is gives my models in my battle group, which are the jacks,
Right.
gives them +2
3
movement
jacks, 1, 2.
and +2 armor, and he gets +2 armor while 1 or more warjacks is within 3 inches of him.
Okay,
Which,
there you go.
there we go.
Okay, and here's that big old unit of, no, it's just
It's, shock
1 unit
troopers
of
here.
shock troopers and
Who have
1
shield
unit
wall on because they
of
can start the
demolition
game
core.
with that on.
Got it?
Demo core, right there. It's 1, 2,
Right.
3, and they got battle mechanic unit, 1 unit.
Okay.
They're just
Spread
split
out,
up like that.
right.
Juggernaut, Kodiak, and Black Ivan.
What's Harkovich's command radius? Not command, but focus.
6.
6.
yeah.
So Ren does need to be careful and make sure this guy's not outside of his command
Yes,
radius.
I
And you can
will.
measure that at any time.
He is.
Is he? Okay, good.
That's,
Looked a little close, and it was.
like 11
Okay,
and a half.
great. And it looks like first turn goes to me.
Yep.
And so I'm going to do the most boring turn ever. All right, my first turn, I moved my beasties up into the forest here. Do note that these guys don't have line of sight because there's more than 3 inches of forest intervening here. And also, I'm going to add, I did rile this one. That means you give them an extra fury. They each have 1 fury for forcing them to run. And Kaya is going to move up thuswise. And just a regular movement, not a run. And she's going to cast, for 3 fury, she's going to cast Shadow Pack. That gets all models in her battle group stealth while in her control area, which is a 12-inch radius. That's plenty. Then the models in her battle group are those 4. So they have stealth, and she's also going to cast Forced Evolution, on which is a 6-inch range. I'm going to cast it on that guy. I do believe I need line of sight, which is a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Forced Evolution on that guy instead. And have a marker for that. So we'll put that on him, 3 inches here. And that costs 2, and that leaves her with 1 Fury. I'm going to go ahead and move Laris up here like this. That activates him. And let's go ahead and get these Warwolves cracking. They have 7 inches of movement. So these guys, these Warwolves, they can really truck. And they are going to fly like that. And this one is going to take the long path here. Thank you, Rin. Rin's doing me a favor and marking the outside limit there. And this guy. And they have a Pathfinder, which is a nice feature. So he is just going to jet underneath this overpass there. I think it can go just a tad farther. I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. And that ends my turn. I've really just moved into position here. I do have kind of a downside. These guys can't charge or really do anything this next turn because of the forest blocking line of sight. Of course, I do have a spell that helps against that, so we'll see if I can do any casualties on my second turn. Quite frankly, I think it'll just be a game of repositioning for now. All right, so it's Rin's turn. His guy has 6 focus, so how do you do that in the control phase?
So what I did is you allocate focus first to your jacks.
Right, so
I
2 on who? You can actually put it
Ivan.
next to the model. That'll help with the battle report.
Okay.
So 2 focus on Black Ivan.
And then the rest is on Harkovich.
So you didn't upkeep any of your spells then?
I don't need 2 on the first turn.
Ah, okay, got it. Right.
Didn't allocate focus to him because he can just run naturally. And
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
And that's
run
the
him, so.
that's the Juggernaut,
The Kodiak.
the Kodiak.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is actually a model from Grind
Okay,
instead of the
great.
actual Kodiak model.
There are no problems here. I think that's
Which-
fantastic. They all look so
I like
nice.
this one better.
Yeah, these guys are great.
All right, so I activated Black Ivan first and moved him up, and 6 inches because I get +2 movement from escort.
Right.
And now I'm going to shoot at this guy.
Okay,
Now,
I'm ready.
I know
What's
they
the
have
range?
stealth. It's 14 inches. But it's a
No,
box.
my guys don't have. The Warwolves don't.
Oh, I thought
They're
you were,
just a solo. It's not a
okay.
battle group.
Okay. So 14 inches. So
Okay,
I'm good.
that's range.
So
Is
I
it a
need to-
template weapon
Yeah. It's the
or a
bombard.
like a blast radius or whatever it's called?
Now,
Okay, defense
Black
is
Ivan
13.
gets +3 or 3 dice on attack rolls because of Harkovich. Automatically
Okay,
since
great.
it was. So here we go.
All right, that's 9, and no doubt he has at least 4.
Rat is 5.
Okay, so that's a hit.
So it's a hit.
Unlucky me.
So I'll boost the damage roll.
All right,
What's your or armor?
armor's 12,
12. So it's
and I have 5 damage
so
boxes.
dice +2.
Okay. Okay,
did.
so yeah, he's obliterated horribly, I might add.
Okay.
Burn. Oh, you'll pay for that, invader.
All right, so that's Black Ivan's activation.
All right,
Now I will do.
and I have a feeling the rest of this turn is going to be pretty boring. So you're just advancing then? No
Yeah.
order to run?
Well, I'm going to order him to shield wall.
Right, so the leader of a unit, I assume maybe okay,
guy.
that guy, how is he different? His,
Well, the
that-
actual
his thing
model
is
has
up.
like a bare head, but I hate the bare.
right,
that
no,
bare
I
head,
couldn't agree more.
Just the guy that's holding.
Okay,
this.
so anyway, so he issues an order, which could be run, charge, or a special order, in this case shield wall,
Shield wall.
which brings their armor from something like 16 to probably
21.
21, and that makes them very, 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 very hard to kill.
Now I'm going to activate Harkovich. He's going to move forward.
Okay, just a regular move, which is called an advance,
He's going
and
to
that's just their speed.
He's going to use
Okay.
3 focus
Cast a spell.
to cast broadside,
Okay,
which lets me shoot again with this guy.
okay, I'm ready.
And I'm going to shoot.
Are you going to try and shoot that guy? Well, I'm going to want some kind of cover for that.
Oh yeah, it's +2.
It's what?
+2 to your defense.
Okay, I'm ready then. So 15, looking for a 15. Oh, that's easy. 12 plus 5 is 17.
Yep, so I'm good.
And I have a feeling I'm going to get... The only way to not
Boost
kill
the
him
damage
is to
roll?
roll, like, all ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I got
guy. That's 16 damage at least. Boom. So that takes care of that.
And then I'll leave 1 focus on Harkovich.
Okay.
Because when in War Machine, when you leave a focus on a caster, instead of like hordes where if you leave a focus you can mitigate your damage, like you
Transfer
stick a
damage
transfer
to your
onto
war
a
beast.
In War Machine, how it works is I leave a focus, and it gives me +1 armor.
+1
for
armor,
each.
right. And that's really not a problem right now because, yeah. Oh, by the way, the mission we're playing, or the scenario, is called Mangled Metal, and that's kill the caster or kill all the jacks or war beasts,
Okay.
which in this case is pretty much, you'd have lost the game by that time anyway. Okay, what's next?
Alright, now I'm going to move the Kodiak. Ooh, I know you're fast, so let's go.
All right, bottom of the first turn, Khador has moved everything up.
Yeah, I resituated.
So what are the spells that are main, well, they're just upkept right now, right?
Upkeep, Escort, Unhark, which we
Right.
explained earlier. And then the Kodiak has Fortune, which lets me re-roll missed attack rolls.
Oh, okay,
And that's
All right.
all. And then Shield Wall and those guys, obviously.
right. But these guys don't have shield wall,
No.
right?
No.
Okay, fantastic. All right, beginning of the turn, if I want, Kaya can drop Fury, but her maximum Fury is 6, and as you may notice, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on these guys. So a Warlock, that's for hordes, will leech Fury from her War Beasts in her control group. So I just start pulling the Fury off of them, and that powers her spells and abilities. Now, I have to upkeep this, which is the evolution spell. And so I'm going to go ahead and let this drop. That was kind of pointless to even do that. Okay, I'm going to advance the Shadowhorn Satyr. He doesn't have Pathfinder, so he's a half move through difficult terrain. So I'm going to move him right there. I'm going to use his Animus, which is a unique spell-like ability that he has. And I'm going to give Bounding to the Werewolf Stalker.
Okay, do you wanna explain the Animus? Really
Yeah,
fast?
well, an Animus is a spell-like ability, effectively a spell that each guy has, and they all have different ones. So the Warlock gets their Animus and can use their Animus.
Well, and also
So she basically gets added to her spell roster all the stuff these guys have.
And also the actual War Beast can cast that Animus themselves too. It's not just the caster.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they each have it. So he casts Bounding on this guy, which gives him plus 2 inches to movement. We'll just put a little counter on him like that. So go ahead and stop. Okay, so I activated the Shadowhorn Satyr, put Bounding on this guy. I'm going to activate the Pureblood Warwolf, and I'm just going to move him over. He's just going to advance like that. And now I'm going to activate Kaya. I'm going to move her. She has Pathfinder, so I'm going to go ahead and just move her up like this. And I'm going to measure. Oh, she has to do like spells and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So in fact, I may advance her. Well, guy, I'd have to. She was like right there, right?
Yeah.
So if I just advance her, I want to go straight like this. But I don't want to be seen by any of this stuff, so I'm going to stay within the thing. I'm trying to do a thing where, if I'm in the charge here, that I'm within her command radius, which I can measure at any time. So I'm going to go ahead and measure that now. The answer is yes, quite easily. So she's just advanced.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I can't see through the forest unless I'm not reading her thing right here.
And if you run, you can't cast spells. You can still cast your feet, but you can't cast spells.
Running for a warcaster is extremely bad.
Yeah, unless you're going for the feet. But some of them works really well when you run them up, but most of the time, until really later in the game, like you can run like the first turn usually, because that's usually what happens. But generally on turn 2 to about 3, you don't run because you're casting spells.
Kaya Moonhunter doesn't have a lot of spells.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she cannot indeed see out of this forest. So I can't do the cool one, which is Dogpile. But that only has a 10-inch range. and I really just, there's nothing to be done. But I am going to put evolution on this guy. So this guy has the bounding animus, and also, let me tell you exactly what the spell is. Forced evolution, which is +2 strength and +2 defense. So Rin's probably already seen my sample on this, so he probably already knows what's going on. And I'm just going to camp 3 Fury on her, so if Rin does have some kind of tricky trick, I can just survive by passing it off to my war beasts.
And I'm usually known for having tricks.
Yeah, it is really not a good thing.
I'm sneaky.
Yep.
That's why I was good at Skaven.
Range there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and activate this guy. I am going to, he doesn't have to be forced because of her ability. Alpha, living war beasts beginning their activation in the control area can run, charge, or make a slam or trample power attack without being forced. Now the reason I needed her to be within 12 inches of his final position is that I'm hoping to kill this Jack by forcing him to do multiple attacks. So here it comes. He has Pathfinder. He has +2 inches to his speed, so he gets 6 inches base, +3 for a charge, +2 for bounding for a total of 11. And that puts him right here. In fact, I kind of want to angle it just a little bit. So he charges, and then he has to turn to face his opponent. And I am going to stay 2 inches away. I want there to be kind of a maximum thing on there. And I'm going to, I don't know when you use their animus. I think you can use it at any point in time. The Stalker has what's called Lightning Strike, which is 2. Go ahead.
Surprise, I'm recording.
All right, so this guy charged.
I read.
And so bounding gives me +2 to my attack rolls. Your defense is 10, armor 20?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Okay.
That is correct.
And my mat is 6, so I need a 4 or higher, but I get +2, so I only miss on double ones.
Yes.
So my initial attack on a charge, which I'm going to have be the Greatsword,
Okay.
is is boosted.
Yes, because you're charged.
So here it comes. So that hits.
Yep.
And here comes the damage.
What's
So
the
the
power
damage
plus
is 16 +2 for the thing.
Okay.
Is for forced evolution.
So dice -2
Is, yep.
for damage.
Reroll. Okay, so that would be 9 damage.
Okay.
Okay, the location is, well, I may just kill him outright with this volley, so why don't we just keep dice?
Don't be so cocky.
Well, it's with cause. So here's the location, the 5. 9 damage to the 5.
Okay.
Okay, next shot. Now, unfortunately, I didn't move close enough. I didn't move within a half of an inch, and I should have, because he has a claw attack.
Oh.
And that would have been an extra attack for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
But now, it's not going to happen. So I am going to force him to...
What's his fury? How
It's
much?
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to get 3 total attacks to try and kill this Jack. And I don't think I'm going to make it. So this is to hit. That's a hit.
Yep.
And hold on a second. Oh, he gets a warping. I'm going to use warp strength, +2 strength.
Oh, yeah,
that's
so
a
that's
fudge
actually,
because I'm going back.
No, I'm
Yeah, so
going back
the
and adding 2 more
11.
damage.
Okay. So this one is not boosted. Oh, crap. But it's 20 damage plus this. Oh, crap. So there you go, 4 damage. Yeah, I am not going to kill him.
4 damage to where?
Why did this work so well in the trials, too?
2?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do one more.
One more attack. The
more
great
attack.
sword.
Yep.
Obviously.
And then,
Hit.
so yeah, that's a hit. And then, no, it's not boosted, and I can't boost it.
So
Crap, I'm screwed! Because that
2
means I
dice
can't
straight up.
get out of the way of both of these things just jumping that one guy. Yep,
6.
so 9 damage.
9 to the
Oh, location is
1.
1.
Okay.
So I did a total of 1425 damage.
Okay, so he got, can't really see the glare too much, but he
Well,
got,
if you do it from directly above, it will be able to register.
okay, so he got my right arm, 1 point on my core, my left arm, and 1 point on my movement.
That is not,
It's not too
so
bad.
good. That is not so good.
All right.
Yeah.